So you're carrying two 45-minute shows in that box. You've got another 45-minute and a 20-minute in that
No,
little.
this is duplicates of this.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I have total two 45-minute shows, and that's it as far as stage act.
And when you go on these ships, are you expected to do two different 45-minute shows?
Depends on the cruise line. Princess used to have. I worked for Princess for 10 years. Princess used to have a 45 and a 20, and the 20 you'd split it with somebody else, so it'd be you and the juggler, you and the comedian, you and the singer. So 45 and a 20. They started to cut costs about 4 years ago, and I could see in my crystal ball. My crystal ball told me they were going to start asking for two shows, and they did. However, I was just on a Royal Caribbean ship. They just wanted one show. Oceania and Regent want two shows. So, yeah, when you're starting out, look, my first 15 years in this business, I had a 35-minute show. I had a 40-minute show after 15 years in this business. It takes a long time to get material. Oh, yeah. You do get to the point where you have a better sense of putting material together and routining. But, putting that extra 20 minutes, I'm not the sharpest guy in the world. I'll be the first to admit. It was a bit of a struggle. It was work putting that. Watch the documentary Comedian about Jerry Seinfeld trying to put together a new act. It's a little bit, it's work. It's you really have to reach inside. And so, starting out, I don't think anyone starting out doing cruises can be expected to have two 45-minute shows. A lot of the European acts that work in production shows, they have 20 minutes or 12 minutes, and they've made a living for 20 years doing those 12 minutes. There's one of my favorite comedians in Vegas, Ray Fell. And I don't know if he's still around. I used to go see him at the Follies. He had this 12 minutes that was just wonderful, wonderful 12 minutes. And he started working on cruises, and then he had to build that because he was making a living on this 12 minutes. So I don't think you're expected to have that right off the bat. And be honest with the people. Be honest with your agent. Say, here's how much material I have, but don't tell them you have less than, well, wait, I'm going to contradict the be honest. Don't even go into it if you have less than one 45-minute show.
Does it vary between ships on a fleet? In other words, if you get onto one, say, cruise that says
yes,
45 minutes, and then the next ship might say I need two, or I might need an hour, or what have you. So that does change.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
But make sure you communicate beforehand. Don't get yourself in a position where they want more material than you have. Okay. They're going to be disappointed, and you can't fake that extra 20 minutes.
No. Unless
you're really charismatic. Like Robin Williams, when I used to see him on TV on HBO, I thought he was ad-libbing all this stuff. No, he's not. No. Nobody has that. Well, maybe a few people have that kind of talent. Us mortals don't have that, so you can't fake that extra 20 minutes.
Yeah. Now, if your agent is coordinating with these ships, does it always go through? Have you ever gotten to a place where they didn't realize what you needed?
Sure, especially with a bigger agency, because they don't care. I shouldn't say they don't care.
We didn't name them, so we'll let it go.
Yeah, sure. There's, but then you got to be honest with the cruise director and say, here's what I have, and then he will make adjustments there. I just would highly recommend not getting yourself in a position where you have to, magically pull 20 minutes out of your hat.